We hit 25k subs. I never really thought we would hit this big of a number. First of all, before we start, I just want to say thank you everyone for subscribing and the support. I really appreciate that. And before we start, I also want to say that I'm hosting a giveaway. I'm giving to 6 more people. I've already gone for 4 others while streaming. I have 6 more people that can get the chance of getting 5 cases. If you want to enter this giveaway, make sure to subscribe. Comment under this video with your name and ID, and also be in my Discord server. Also, yeah, so let's put some Handcam gameplay on. I asked my Discord server to ask me questions. And do a Q&A for 25k sub specials. I know for a fact that I'm going to get some unhinged questions. Please don't be so bad, please. Let's start with the first question. Doro asks, what's your real name? My real name is Rafael. I don't know why people constantly ask what my real name is. I don't really like sharing my real name. Otherwise I would have that as my YouTube name and not as my... Like I wouldn't, like, I don't know. I don't understand really why people want to know my name. But yeah, if you for any chance like this, but yeah. I also need to add that I've recorded this gameplay when I just woke up at 5 a.m. For me, it's literally right now 5 a.m. So it might not be the best gameplay. Just keep that in mind. I am not awake right now. I'm on 2 hours of sleep. I just want to make this video because I'm going on vacation on Friday. And otherwise you wouldn't have a 25k special video. So boobers or buttocks? I'm a boobs guy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a boob guy. Yeah. Why won't you admit that you're silver 3 at heart? Because I'm not. I'm iron 2 at heart. So like, I'm not gonna admit something that's way above my pay grade, right? Are you gay? No, I actually have in fact a girlfriend. I've been with her for 4 years now, 4 years and a half. Yeah. Unless she has a dick, which I'm unaware of. Which would be weird that I haven't found out about that after 4 years and a half. I know a lot of you guys actually would rather have me be gay because y'all want to suck my dick. What other games do you play? So I've dabbed into standoff 2. To be honest, you know when most people are able to game and everything, I don't take a break. So all I do is stream, and when I'm on stream, I play critical ops. So it's rare when I play another game. If it is another game, it's probably Minecraft or Hogwarts Legacy. But that happens like once a year because I'm so focused on critical ops that like I barely have any other time to do anything else. Like I don't even take breaks. Hello, I'm Darius from TikTok Lives. I just want to ask, what's your favorite animal? My favorite animal would be a panther. Those animals are really majestic, I feel like. Will you ever quit COPS? No. I mean, obviously at one point, yeah, sure, I'll get too old or the servers will be shut down. So obviously at one point, yeah, but I'm not thinking about it, right? For the moment, I mean, sometimes I do, but that's because sometimes the community is kind of, most of the time I'm just like, I'm not gonna give up on this. I've put too much effort to be in a situation where I'm like, now I'm gonna quit now. Because I put like, what, let's say 6 years of my life into content creation for COPS. If I would stop now, that would just mean that 6 years have been wasted, right? So, I don't want to waste my 6 years. How many kids are you going to have? I'm planning on only having 1. Silly Goose says, would you rather be packed by Xani and Amix or be packed by others if you were a seal? Next question, Xani knows. Alexer, if you had the choice to be the design... Alexer says, if you had the choice to be design developer for critical ops, what would be the first change you would do and which map? Ooh. I wouldn't change anything about the maps first. I would change the main menus. I have a feeling like if you change the main menus, you could do so much more with the social tabs and everything. A second, I would open in Legacy. If you're an OG player, you know this. There was like a transit station that they closed down because not enough people were using it. But that made the map even more CT-sided. I would add it back. What's your least favorite race? I'm not into F1 racing, to be honest, so I'm not gonna talk about that, but yeah. Legion asks, what made you play critical ops? So my escape was just being at home and watching like Minecraft videos, and I wanted to play myself too, but like I couldn't play until Minecraft Pocket Edition came out, and then I dabbled a bit in mobile gaming. And critical ops was like I kept always watching on like the top 10 games on mobile, and Critical Ops was one of the top 10 games that kept on popping like in multiple videos. And at one point I gave it a try and I'm like, hey, this is pretty good, right? Then I slowly I got a friend to play it with me. I saw him once every year for like a month, and then when we were together we just kept on playing it constantly. And then only when we were together, and at one point I said like, nah, I want to keep playing this game, and I got better and better, and then I didn't stop anymore. Now you might also be wondering, Faicum, how come you be able to stream for so many hours so long in a row and without like your back actually hurting? And to be honest, actually my back used to hurt quite a lot. That's where today's sponsor comes in, FlexiSpot. They sent me a standing desk and a chair, ergonomic chair, which is life changer. The ergonomic chair is made out of a really nice material and has a nice pad on the lower back so that my back is supported the whole time I sit. The headrest is also like changeable, and on the bottom there's a part that can extend so that you can put your feet on it. So actually you could just completely lay down on this chair and fall asleep on it. It really feels life-changing. The first time I actually laid back on this chair, I felt like I was sitting wrong my whole entire life. And then when I get tired of actually sitting, I just press a button and I get the table to stand. This is really, I always edit now my videos just standing up straight, because it just feels so much better to be able to stand up and run around if I need to. Even sometimes like mid-game, when my back starts hurting, I just let the table stand up and I just start playing like that. The table can actually also support up to 200 kilograms. Trust me, I've tested it together with my dad after we've built the table out. So we weigh 200 kilograms together. So is also having an anniversary sale, so just go check him out if you're in the market for a standing desk or a nice ergonomic chair. In my opinion, they have been a life changer for me, especially for my lower back. If you're someone that sits quite a lot, definitely guarantee you want either the desk or the chair or both. Anyways, let's get going with the Q&A. Wildstar says, how many women do you leave for us, Riz God? I don't like women, I like men. Ibu, which map is absolutely trash? I would say Plaza and Legacy. For some, I mean, Plaza is not really trash. I just like prefer the OG Plaza. And Legacy, just like Legacy is too CT-sided. I don't mind the map, I just don't like the T side. I just can't play on T side. And unless I have a good day, but for the rest, like T side is hell. Hit three big, like what the always was curious of how good is your aim. Can you download Aim Labs or Aim Champ, Aim Trainer, and try out some tasks there? No, because Aim Labs and Aim Champ don't have like Critical Ops sense, if I'm not mistaken, so that wouldn't make any sense. And my aim is chopped anyways. Like you just look at my gameplay, like genuine. Zelian says, what other kinds of features would you like to see included in Seops? I would like trading added. I doubt that's gonna be added. I would like all chat back, just to be able to trash talk the enemy team. That would be very fun. Hatripig says another question. Is there a peeker's advantage? Yes, 100%. Okay, so he says, as someone who doesn't use aim assist, do you use it? How much does it affect a player's playstyle? I usually like pushing. So I use aim assist. I'm a big dummy. I can't play without it. Aim assist is not good for if you're holding a tight angle, because if a person jiggles, your aim assist goes on toward the wall. But if you're pushing like me, aim assist is actually going to benefit you. So if you're a pusher, you should actually enable your aim assist. Do you have any plans on making a creative tournament or challenges like parkour most skills in casual TDM, some challenge against bots like most skills in... For the moment, no. I don't have any plans about that. I might in the future. I'm just like really not focused on anything, like even creative tournaments. I'm not focused on that. But it's a good idea. I'll think about it. Which weapons are not used by 90% of the people, even those who are experienced, just because they are hard to use but are better in hands of better players? For example, AK, Deagle, AUG, TRG for eco. TRG for an eco if you're good with sniping. I know some people that buy TRG for an eco. I also, the MP7 is probably the most underrated gun for the moment. It's actually really good. And it's the only SMG that actually plays good. I think like 99% of the players don't realize. I think even like 99.99% of the players don't know how good it is. Good follow-up mention, says Wildstar. So does buying nothing, keeping $1,000 or however much a pistol round has you start with, does that benefit you in any way? Yes. If you lose your first round, right, and you go full eco, only P250 or XD, that makes you the possibility, especially on AK on T side, even if you lose your second round, you'll be able to buy like full AK and Cav, no matter what. If you buy a pistol, you get a chance that you can't buy. I don't know if it's remember if it's an AK or an SG. It's one of the two. But I think it's an AK with Kev. So Todorov asks, how long is your study time at uni and what will you do after? For those that don't know, I'm studying game development and programming in university. I have just finished my bachelor's in 2 years instead of 3, and I have my master's that are coming up. That's like 2 more years. After that, I don't know what I'm going to do. It depends on how my YouTube career will look like, to be honest. If YouTube does well after I finish studying, if YouTube does well, I'll probably continue doing YouTube until I fall off, which eventually will happen, and then I'll probably start working on join like a game development company, or maybe even if it does good, maybe I'll start working for a game company. I really don't know, to be honest. I'm someone that really lives like in the now and doesn't really think about the future that much. Do you have balls? No, I don't. I have a vagina. Will you ever 1v1 Vapix? I've already done that, and shockingly, actually, I won. I won 3 rounds and he won 2, but like, in my opinion, Vapix is a lot better than me. I don't think that 1v1s represent like how good a player is. So, Mego asks, what's the biggest challenge you faced as a Critical Ops content creator and how did you overcome it? Any tips for aspiring creators on staying motivated during tough times? I've faced a couple of challenges. First of all is low views. I've had like low viewerships often. They come in periods, right? And that's really demotivating. I know for a lot of new content creators, they're like, oh, but there's like only 6 people watching, right? I've streamed for 2 years straight with like only 10 people watching. I don't know how I even passed that period. I just enjoyed making content that much, right? If you stay consistent, I know even if you're not the best content creator, if you stay consistent, I can guarantee you, first of all, your content is going to improve, and second of all, you're going to grow. Just look at the most obvious thing that you can see is iGoner. I know people remember him from streaming, right? He was not the most entertaining person. He was also not the most nicest person specifically. He just had like consistency, right? Consistency was key, and he kept on growing and growing just because he never gave up, and until he gave up. But like, if you don't give up at one point, you're gonna get good. Second, like actually the biggest challenge I've had is when my main YouTube got banned. Got scammed. And it got scammed. I was stupid. I got my iPad blocked because some guy always said like blah 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 blah. It doesn't really matter. I lost my main YouTube, and that was really demotivating, especially since I couldn't. He blocked my iPad for like 5 months straight. The way I overcame it is like I started over. I started all over again on this YouTube channel, which is sad because if you think about it, my old YouTube was actually had like 8 to 9k subs. Like a lot of people like forgot about me because of that period that I couldn't make content, and if I had never lost that channel, I know for a fact that right now I would be sitting at like 50k at the minimum subs, like double the amount I have right now. But I'm not gonna give up. Can you do a series where you play Diffuse with viewers? Asks, don't ask me more. What the hell? No, Diffuse no. A ranked could be, Diffuse never. I'm never gonna play Diffuse. I don't feel like that's a good idea. Can you whip out on stream? I'm not. I show mead. or on OnlyFans, unless you subscribe to my OnlyFans. But then you'll also have to see your mom's tits filled with cum. So, what is the name of your mother and father? I'm not answering that. Why the fuck? How long have you been playing Critical Ops for? What make you come back over and over again? And do you even enjoy the game nowadays? So I've been playing since 2017. That makes me like 8 years now. What makes me come back over and over again is the amount of time I've spent on it. And for some reason, I just can't get enough of CO. I don't know why. I just can't stop playing the game, which I don't understand why. Like, sometimes I'm really not enjoying the game, but with friends, most of the time I'm just laughing. And streaming just makes it so much more fun because I always have people to talk with. Even if I have a bad day, I can talk to my chat, right? I can have fun with those people too. So I don't know. But yeah, I do enjoy the game. Unless I have like a really bad day, then I despise the game, but I can't seem to stop. I don't know why. Wait, Bobby says, what do you hate about me the most? The fact that if I ask if you come on and you say yes in 10 minutes, and I hear 5 hours later of you, yo, my bad, huh? I had to eat. Like, bro. Don't tell me you're going to be on in 10 minutes if you're not going to be on in 10 minutes, mate. Mysterio asks, is there an in-real live stream soon? If you... No. I'm not an in-real live streamer. Maybe if I do another subathon. But then yeah, I don't know. Wildstars asks, what is in your basement? There's a fridge. To my car, my mom's car, and my dog sleeps there at night. Inf asks, your opinion on Infrared? Probably one of the best skins ever made. Cassie asks, best remix under 2K. Oh, let me look at that one up real quick. Now, I put it in like buy requests, not sell requests. And in 2K, under 2K, I would probably actually say Power Search. But... you could go for Red Tunnel, which is also a pretty good one. And then Predator. Yeah. Hot Rod is also really clean. These are my best ones. I wouldn't go for any other one. Unless it's Infrared, obviously. Obviously. Marvelous. Greatest challenge you've ever had to overcome as a CC, and how you overcame is deal with it. I'm not thinking periods of slow growth, etc., but rather pressure from family members, unwarranted criticism, and hate personal struggles, etc. I've already talked about the period where I got like my YouTube scammed. The second biggest one would the second biggest one was probably when I kept getting banned for no reason on YouTube. I mean, I literally got banned for saying a call out on the map was white. So I had a period where I literally woke up at like middle in the night stressing that my YouTube channel was getting banned because I got like 3 strikes in a row, and the 4th one was gonna be like my YouTube channel was gonna be deleted, right? And I've literally had periods where I woke up at like 4 a.m. in the morning, full of sweat, and just checking my YouTube channel to see if it's deleted. I've also had like a period. Zolly asks, is there something that encourages you to keep posting COPS related content despite its current situation, and if so, then what? The community, which is like a double-edged blade. There's a lot of retards, but it's also the people that say like they genuinely enjoy the game and they really appreciate what I do. And just the amount of time I've already spent on it, like why not just keep going? Bisht asks, as an average Seops player in gold to diamond lobbies, I feel some maps are really unbalanced and can cause us to lose rounds just because of the layout disadvantage. Do you think current map design encourages enough tactical variety? I can't talk that. And in the future, would you consider talking to the dev team to address these unfair map issues? So the devs are fully aware that there's unbalanced maps. Maps are always going to be one-sided. You can't make a map perfectly balanced. The closest to a perfectly balanced map would probably be around Grounded. No, Grounded is not even perfect. Canals is maybe the only map that's tad bit balanced. but there's always gonna be a side that is going to be more dominant. Do you think the content scene of Critical Ops is small and bad at all right now, or does it have potential to be big? I feel like it's really small, but I feel like it also has a potential to be a lot bigger if people would make more content and watch more content. I know there's like Critical Ops, the community itself, like the players, the player base is immense, much bigger than people realize. The thing is that not every Critical Ops player watches content or makes content, and that's the issue. For a long while, Critical Ops content died out, and so people stopped watching Critical Ops content. That's the issue. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and see you next time.